Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Lions fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a real game changer in the NFC North, and honestly, in the entire NFC landscape. We've got whispers swirling around the league, and these aren't just idle rumors. Sources like Adam Schefter and Diana Rossini are talking about a blockbuster trade that might be in the works, and it involves none other than Trey Hendrickson, the edge rusher from the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, if you've been paying attention, you know Hendrickson is a name that's been making waves for his consistent pressure and ability to generate turnovers. The idea that he could be heading to Detroit is spawning a lot of buzz, and for good reason. Imagine Hendrickson joining the Lions' already talented defense, especially at a time when Detroit's front seven is looking to take that next step. The Lions have been solid this season, sitting at 7-2, but injuries like those to Pascal, who's been out with a knee injury for 6 games, and Davenport, sidelined with an ankle issue, have tested their depth. Adding a player of Hendrickson's caliber could inject that explosiveness and veteran savvy needed to push the team over the edge in close games. And let's not forget, with Hendrickson's ability to rack up sacks, he's got 16 in his career so far with a projected 14 sacks this season. He's exactly the type of player who can cause chaos in the backfield, creating turnovers and putting opponents on their heels. Now the Bengals, sitting at 3-6, are in a bit of a rebuild mode. Their defense has been leaking points, giving up about 33 3-points per game, which is a big reason why they're looking to make some moves. With a cap space of around $11 million, Cincinnati is prioritizing extensions for Joe Burrow and focusing on shoring up their secondary after allowing an alarming 4 interceptions per game. Trading Hendrickson, who's 31 but still playing at a high level, would free up some cap room and allow them to rebuild with younger players and draft picks. They're reportedly asking for a first-round pick and a third-rounder in 2026, which could be a significant package, but one that the Lions might be willing to consider to bolster their pass rush. From the Lions' side, the fit is pretty obvious. They have around $20 million in cap space, and their pass rush has been solid but not exceptional. Hendrickson's addition would immediately elevate their pressure rate, boosting their sacks per game from around 3.5 to over 5.0. That's a plus 20% increase in pressure, which is huge, especially considering how much Detroit's defense relies on generating pressure to create turnovers and disrupt rhythm. Hendrickson's ability to produce both sacks and forced fumbles is a perfect fit for what the Lions need, more game-changing plays on defense. Think about what Hendrickson brings to the table. His stats for 2025 after just 7 games show a player with 11 solo tackles, 5 assists, and 4 sacks for 20 yards and a forced fumble. That's not just production, it's impact. His PFF grade of 85, 2 and an EPA per snap of -0. 32 indicate a player who consistently wins his battles in the trenches. Add to that his versatility, able to stunt, rush from different angles, and create pressure against both the run and pass, and you see why Detroit would be very interested. His career totals of 60 sacks already make him a threat every time he steps onto the field. And let's talk about the strategic implications. The Lions' current defense ranks around 20. 4 points allowed per game, but with Hendrickson in the mix, that number could dip even further. His presence would help reduce big plays, opponents' explosive gains, by about 20% while boosting turnovers by roughly 18%. That's the kind of boost that can carry a team deep into the playoffs. Historically, trades like this have had ripple effects. Think about how Khalil Mack's trade to the Bears supercharged their defense, increasing their EPA by over 10%. Hendrickson could do the same for Detroit, especially in the NFC North, where the Lions are already proving their dominance. The NFC North is a division that's been surprisingly competitive this season, but the addition of Hendrickson could be the final piece that pushes Detroit ahead of their rivals. The Bears, for example, have been vulnerable on their offensive line, allowing 6 sacks per game, and Hendrickson's pressure could be the difference-maker in division matchups. As a team that's already showing signs of playoff potential, Detroit could elevate their game even further. Plus, With Hendrickson's track record of multiple Pro Bowl selections and being a multi-dimensional threat, he's not just a short-term fix. He's a piece that could help the Lions build a true championship defense. And looking ahead, the impact on Super Bowl odds is already noticeable. DraftKings has bumped the Lions' chances from plus 1,200 to plus 600, a significant jump that reflects the belief in their increasing strength. Hendrickson's ability to generate turnovers in the playoffs, especially against zone defenses, could be the X factor that pushes Detroit over the top in high-pressure situations. His 20% win rate against zone coverage and his knack for forcing fumbles make him a nightmare for quarterbacks and an invaluable asset in postseason battles. This move, if it happens, would be a clear statement that the Lions are serious about contending now and for years to come. It's about building a dynasty, about raising that Lombardi trophy in February 2026, and adding a player like Hendrickson to a defense that's already trending upward is a bold step in that direction. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off big time, especially if it helps Detroit solidify their place as one of the elite teams in the NFC. Now, I know many of you are probably excited about the possibility, wondering how this will shake out and what it means for the upcoming games. But one thing is for sure, if Detroit manages to pull this trade off, it's going to send shockwaves through the league. The NFC North will have a new level of intensity, and the Lions will be better equipped than ever to chase that Super Bowl dream. So keep your eyes peeled, Lions fans, because this could be the move that defines the season. We're on the cusp of something special, and Hendrickson could be the catalyst that takes us all the way. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Hendrickson's arrival would push us over the edge? Are you excited about the possibilities, or do you have concerns about cap space and the cost? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. We're building something special here, and every piece of info, every move, gets us closer to that coveted Super Bowl trophy. Let's go, Lions!